morning everybody. Today we are going to discuss about TCP connection establishment as well as TCP connection release. So these are the two important activities we have to implement in the transport layer. So how do you establish a connection? Basically in both the cases, whether it can be the establishment or whether it can be the release, we are following three-way handshake procedure. Suppose you take the first this diagram. So this diagram indicates host 1 and host 2. So three-way handshake, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So this is what you say is the three-way handshake. So here host 1 to host 2, we give command sync. That is already we have discussed. This is the 1 bit flag in the TCP segment header format. So this sync we are giving with sequence number X, and in response to this one, host 2 gives a sync with a sequence number Y. Here we give acknowledgement is equal to X plus 1. Generally in other scenarios, we use suppose sequence X, generally other end gives acknowledgement for same X. But in the case of TCP, this is somewhat different. Generally, when you receive sequence number X, we give acknowledgement for X plus 1. It indicates that what is the next thing to be received from other end. So that is the only one change is implemented in the TCP. So otherwise almost similar. So this is the sequence X. In general scenario, we generate acknowledgement for X, but whereas in TCP we generate X plus 1. That is the only one difference. Otherwise almost similar in the other frame format discussions. Whenever you send frame X, will receive the acknowledgement also for X. But in TCP, this is somewhat different. And the same way other end this one. So two commands already given, host 1 1 and host 2 1. Last one, that the host 1 is confirming the whatever the thing sequence X plus 1, and already we have received earlier sequence number Y. For that we are acknowledging with Y plus 1. So three-way handshake is completed at this point. Now you can transfer the data. So that is the three-way handshake procedure we follow. So this is the procedure we follow for TCP connection establishment. So three-way handshake. The same way for release of the connection also we follow the three-way handshake. So but instead of sync, here we work out with the finish. That is the only difference. So here we use finish plus acknowledgement. Other end also generate same finish plus acknowledgement. This side also same thing. Send that whatever the previously received, for that one you are sending acknowledgement. So this is also three-way handshake. 1, 2, 3. So with this we release the connection. So for acknowledgement, for establishment of connection, we use SYN command. For release of connection, we use finish. But in both the cases, we are using three-way handshake. 1, 2, 3. Here also 1, 2, 3. So this is the way we can establish connection, release connection. But you have to remember that only one difference: when you send sequence X, other end has to generate X plus 1. It indicates that next thing to be received from other side. So that is the only chain. So suppose if you take a scenario, this one, so sync, you are generating sequence X here, but here sync sequence Y generated before of this one receiving of sequence X. Even though it is received at this moment, here you are not sending any reply. Why? Because this is the sequence Y only, but you have not received X plus 1. But whereas here you have received sequence y, acknowledgement x plus 1. So here actually this is the sequence y generated by host and this is the x plus 1 generated. So until this you receive, you cannot send anything to the host 2. So this type of collision also will be answered by using three-way handshake. Unless you receive the acknowledgement, you are not allowed to generate anything. So that is the case. Generally collision will happen. Even though collision happen, but it is resolved by the three-way handshake. So you have to send initially with sequence in x, you have to receive reply with another sequence number but acknowledgement for the x plus 1. Then only you are going to generate x plus 1 and acknowledgement y plus 1. So this is the way we work out with the TCP connection establishment release. Remember, only three-way handshake we follow for establishment of connection as well as release of connection. So this is the understanding. Now, how TCP transmission policy will be implemented at this level? Why? Because if you dump so many segments, receiver cannot handle. So to avoid that, so what you call flow management. So how do you do with the TCP at this level? So if you take two things, this is the sender side, this is the receiver side. So when you are talking about sender side, so sender wants to send data and receiver receives the data. So here application does a 2K write at sender side. You have written 2K, the 2K here, this is the 2K, beginning with the sequence number x. We are beginning with sequence number x generally, but here beginning value we consider 0, we proceed from 0 to some other value. So here this is the 2K value. So sequence beginning with 0. So 2K nothing but you have 1024 plus 1024, that is the 2048, but you are beginning with the 0. So this is 0 to 2047. So 0 to 2047 is the thing you have received at this position. So what is the acknowledgement if you receive 2047? Next thing is the acknowledgement. So that is the reason you are generating 2048. So up to 0 to 2047, nothing but 2048 you have received. That is the 2K. So beginning with 0, that is the reason you are saying 0 to 2047. So acknowledgement is the next thing to be received. That is the reason we are using 2048 here. And whatever the 2K you are writing here, so initially receiver buffer is 0 to 4K is available at receiver side. You have received 2K, so 2K occupied and 2K balance left. So how much window left here? That is the 2K left. 2K is nothing but 2048. So window left is 2048. This is communicated to other end. Now by seeing this, you have window space of 2048. That's the reason once again application does a 2K write at sender side. So then 2K. So here sequence number beginning with the 2048. So this is received at this place, that is nothing but receiver. Already 2K is received at the earlier case. Now 2K total buffer is full now. Now what is the window size now left? 0. So that is the reason window 0. This is the 2K sequence number 2048 you have received. That is the beginning with the 2048 beginning. So you are getting the last one is 4095. So that is the reason you are generating acknowledgement for 4096. And window the left is 0. So that is the reason acknowledgement 4096 and window 0 is communicated to the sender side. So by receiving window 0, sender is blocked here. So why? Because there is no window space at receiver. That is the reason you are not allowed to send any data to the receiver. So that is the reason sender is blocked until you get the window announcement from other end. So after a while, this side application reads 2K. This side application reads 2K. Then you have left over with the 2K. Why? Because 2K is taken care by the this side application layer. So now window is empty 2K. That is the reason you are announcing with previous acknowledgement 4096 and window of 2048 is announced here. Now sender may send up to 2K now as per your requirement, or if you have only 1K you can send 1K. Like that transmission process will happen in the TCP. This is the window management in TCP, so that you can manage the flow. So that is the TCP transmission policy. Now what is the problem here? How much you read at receiver side if you take. Suppose a case, a receiver's buffer is full. That is the case if you take. Earlier, this is the case, a receiver buffer is full. How much you can read as well as how much you can announce, like this. So generally, application reads byte by byte. So suppose if you read 1 byte, immediately by reading 1 byte you have empty space of 1 byte. If you announce this 1 byte window to the sender side, then sender side once again can transmit 1 byte. So that 1 byte is taken by the buffer. So receiver buffer is full. Once again it will be continued. So always you will have a status of receiver buffer is full. So if you announce 1 byte, why? Because application reads byte by byte. So if you announce 1 byte window, automatically other side also will send 1 byte. So you will have a state what you call receiver buffer is full state always. So this type of problem what you call is silly window syndrome problem. So what is the conclusion? What do you mean silly window syndrome problem? When application reads 1 byte, if you announce the same window size of 1 byte, sender also will transmit the 1 byte. So receiver condition is full instead. So this will be always like this loop will be. So this type of problem what you call the silly window syndrome problem. For this, what scientists suggested to resolve this condition. So one is Nagle scientists suggested one solution. Later Clark's suggested one solution. According to the Nagle's algorithm, when data come into the sender in small pieces, just send the first piece and buffer all the rest until the first piece is acknowledged. Then send all the buffered data in one segment, whatever may be the maximum segment size possible. And after sending that, once again start buffering again until the next segment is acknowledged. So according to the Nagle's algorithm, you transmit first piece and you will get acknowledgement. Then don't send immediately second piece. You buffer whatever may be the data at sender side until it reaches the maximum segment size. So this maximum segment size is fixed based on the common agreement between sender and receiver. What is the maximum segment size to be handled? That is the when connection is established, there itself we decide how much maximum segment size you can handle. So that is the thing suggested by the Nagle. This is the what you call is sender side solution. Whereas Clark suggested a solution that is at receiver side, other end. So when will you update your window to the sender? You are not allowed to announce 1 byte window to the sender as per the Clark solution. He has taken a condition. You take maximum segment size as well as half of the buffer size. You keep here. Suppose maximum segment size is 4K, half of the buffer size is 2K. Then what is the minimum value of this 4K and 2K? This is 2K, minimum 2K. Then you announce that minimum 2K value to the sender. So you are not allowed to announce window size of 1 byte. You are allowed to announce window size minimum of either maximum segment size or half of the buffer. Like that we announce this window to the sender. So Clark suggested a solution that is at receiver end, whereas Nagle's algorithm is suggesting solution at sender side. So this is the way we can manage TCP transmission policy, so that you can avoid the case of fast sender versus slow receiver or buffer full state. So you can avoid finally silly window syndrome problem. This is the flow management we can implement at TCP. So for further understanding, you can refer Tannenbaum, that is the 5th edition, or data communication and networking, that is the Ferozian, or TCP by IP protocol suite by Ferozian. Here you will get more details on TCP. This book dedicated for only TCP and IP. You will get more details of TCP. Suppose you want to do Cisco networking courses, then better to refer this Ferozian TCP by IP protocols. So thank you for your attention.